Welcome to this lesson. We are diving into the mindset of money. As you'll see, your only goal should be to make as much money as possible with your business. The purpose of a business is to generate the highest profit possible. Plain and simple. Let me say it again, maybe even clearer. The ultimate aim of any company, whether it's putting up $50 a month or 5 billion, is to maximize profits for his shareholders. If you are the only shareholders, that means maximizing profit for yourself. What does that mean? It means our focus isn't, for example, helping the customer, providing useful information, or delivering value. I know, it sounds awful, right? I repeat that. Those are not our goals. Not at all. Not helping the customer, not giving them useful info, not adding value, not even selling top quality books. I know what you're thinking. Now you're probably thinking, wait, what? Are you saying we should make like shitty books? No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is your goal is profit. The other stuff, that's just assume it's a given. A lot of people say to make money, you have to provide value. That's not always true. Or they'll say you need to give the customer useful info. Also not true. You might think your book has to be packed with helpful insight, but it doesn't. You realize over the time with experience that some books sell like crazy and they don't even have pages. Let me give you an example. There used to be a book, or probably still for sale, but there used to be this book called How to Understand Women or something like that. Completely blank on the inside. And it sold for millions. What does it tell you? Was that useful? Was he helping the customer? Did he add any quality, value? Not so much. It was just a clever idea, an original idea that made tons of money. Sure, there is a value in it, but not that kind of you might expect. You might think value is incredible insight, and yeah, sometimes it does. Like this course is valuable, which is packed with value. I'm helping you. I have already sold you a high quality product, but that's not the point I'm making. It depends on what we're talking about. What value even means. With that blank How to Understand Women book, the value isn't in the info. It's in the gifting it to your girlfriend, your wife, your mom, your sister. There's the value there. It's not just in the same form that people normally think. Here's something you won't hear anywhere else, and it's crucial. We need to sell what the customer wants, not what they need. Let that sink in for a second. They don't need a blank book about understanding women. Hell no. They probably need the opposite. A book full of pages and real advices. In fact, there are plenty of dating books with ton of values that sells like a hotcakes. But the blank book, it's just a joke gift. The value is in the gesture, not in the information. Quality books. Oh, okay. Don't let me start there. That's another big one to unravel. What does quality even mean? It's subjective. If I'm a skilled writer, I might judge a book quality by how flawlessly it's written, like Shakespeare level stuff. But for someone less picky, a book with grammar mistakes, sloppy structure, and basic info might still be high quality because it's got something useful in it. It's all relative. Be careful. If you think too much about quality, you might end up like Robert, my good old friend Robert Pirsig. Have you heard of him? I read his book the first time when I was 12. His book is called The Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. You read it? I read it again and again and again. I read it at 12, when I was 16, 20, 24, over again. It was fantastic. Now, he went crazy down the rabbit hole, tried to figure out what the word quality really means. Seriously, he ended up in a mental hospital in 1963 for about 4 years. They even did shock therapy on him. First you start fixing a sentence, oh, doesn't sound right. Then you yelling at your laptop saying, oh, this font doesn't look good. Is this idea good? Is this good enough? Am I good? You know, next thing you know, you are on a mountain writing a huge book about meditation or something. Let's not lose our mind. Quality is tricky, and we don't need to fight it. Oh, another thing, very important. You cannot please everyone. You are going to get negative reviews. Guys, put that in your mind. Every product does. Even big charities, big foundation helping people still get hates daily. Why are you helping them? What about these other people? Why African kids and not Asian kids or American? So your books? Of course. You'll find dozens, maybe hundreds of people ready to trust them. We'll aim to make them as good as possible, sure, but we're not going to kill ourselves trying to craft the divine masterpiece. The book just needs to be good enough to sell like crazy. If making a quality book takes me 3 months or 4 months, I'd rather, squeeze it into a decent one in 10 days. It might be lower quality, but I'm selling for 2.5 months or 20 days longer than the guy who spent 3 months perfecting it. Then he still got to launch it. So negative reviews are coming, guys. Harry Potter's get them too. It's just how it is. Just live with it. There are tricks to hide bad reviews and highlight the good one, actually. We'll cover those in later modules on this course. To sum up, your goal is profit. The rest, don't sweat too much on it. Obviously, if we're doing an info-based book, we should help the customer somehow, give them useful info, add value, make it decent quality. Not amazing quality, that's what I'm trying to say. Just good enough to say, hey, I got something out of this. Maybe just one solid takeaway. Look, a book, it's an entry-level product into any market. It's an intro, it's a teaser. Imagine I'm selling you a book on self-publishing. What can I even write? It's tough to explain self-publishing fully in a book. I could give you an overview, how it works, but for real quality info, you need to invest more. You need to looking for more. Most people buying a book don't expect perfection anyway. Except for the crazy one that leaves you bad reviews just because they thought they bought a book for $12 and that book would reveal the meaning of life. Which is 42, by the way. A book is just a start. A small bit of info. If I turn this course into a book, I'll put in probably 1% of the value. Much less details. That's okay, because people who buy books want a short intro anyway. Not a huge volume. Good news. It means that we can make loads of books fast anyway. If every book had to be big and perfect, it will take forever. For small books, 100, 150 pages, we have the time and money to create those quickly and then publish them. Okay? Right. I'll see you in the next video.